beautiful people. I decided today we're going to go into the riverbed, and this is where some of you saw the magic leopard that ran across the screen that turned out to be, what was it, just a branch. Yeah, so I was on a drive with good old Mr. Gareth Poole. Ooh, decent leopard tracks here. So we've just come down into the deep sloot, folks, to get to come collect a trap camera. At the beginning of drive at Beerstip Junction, we found the 2 male lions. Sorry, I'm just getting the link for YouTube. Was it not working? Technology, folks. Forgive me. But a very special hello to our pack members. I will say hello to you individually shortly. Just trying to get the YouTubes to load. It seems to be giving me some grief this afternoon. But so the plan of action, the reason I left those lions was because they were absolutely flat, like you cannot believe. They're not going anywhere for the next 2 hours. So I thought, let's go fetch the trap camera. Let's go see what else we can find. And then towards end of drive, we'll head back towards the lions. Just lining up here. Hold on, Basil. 4x4ing. So towards the end of drive, we'll probably make our way back towards the lions. But whilst I am here, let me say hello to our gorgeous pack members. If it loads, there we go, finally. Apologies for the delay, folks. Good afternoon to Barbara, Carol, Betty, Willow, Christine, Jennifer, Rosemary, Ariana, Mom, Alex, the misguided guard, JP, lovely to have you all with us. It's going to be exciting, going to be adventurous, going to be slightly dramatic because it's me, Andrew, but we're going to have loads of fun. So let's get cracking. Now, for our lovely pack members, there is a new keyword of the week. The keyword of the week is feast. And it is an image of a wild dog eating. It should be on screen now. It is an image that I took of, I can't remember which wild dogs it was because we've worked with so many now. Very fortunate, very grateful to have. But it's a photo taken by me, and the keyword is feast, and feel free to do whatever you please with that image. Now, for those of you wondering why you can't get a print, you have to become a pack member. And to do so, all you need to do is follow the instructions in the description below this video, and it'll tell you every step of the way how to become a pack member, and you too can communicate and ask questions with myself, Victoria, Gareth or Brent, as well as get the keyword of the week, as well as you directly contribute towards conservation. Even if you can't be there in person, you're still making a difference, which is extraordinary. So a big thank you again to all our pack members. And it's just a privilege and honor to be out with all of you folks this afternoon. Now, I've got PTSD from this riverbed. The last time I drove in this riverbed, I had 2 flat tires, if I recall correctly. But the one was not too flat, so I could just make it home. But gave me a bit of anxiety. Can you imagine being trapped in a riverbed in midnight in a big game reserve with only a torch that But I do absolutely love these riverbeds. There's so much life down here. Life is abundant. Birds, antelope, primates, big cats, specifically leopard, who we all know, I love, and want to just see every drive. And I wish we could. But, you know, Andrew's had a pretty good streak with leopard. 2 leopard in 2 weeks, touch wood. Keep the trap camera in the same position because it is almost like a natural gully through the Antioch Sloot. So I'm hoping we've got footage again of that female, the Antioch female, the one Gareth and I rediscovered. And who knows, maybe there's footage of her and her cub. The reason I say cub and not cubs is because when we saw tracks the one afternoon at Witgat, there were a single cub tracks and mom's tracks. So we don't necessarily know if there's more than one, but we know for sure there is one. Hold on, Basil. Gonna get bumped. What's wrong? There's a what? Oh, that's a lioness track. But good spot, bro. Good eyes there, Basil. Basil's just pointed out to me a lioness track. They seem to have used this riverbed last night. Who knows, maybe we got them on the trap camera. Oh, there's the dramatics coming in. But trap cameras are a good way to afternoon, folks, for the second time. I hope you're all doing fantastically. Those darn things, I didn't name them, I didn't say their name once, so don't say it's Andrew's fault that they attacked. Oh, lioness! There's a lioness! Oh, there's two lionesses. Look at that! Isn't that a whopping start? We were going to go back to the males, but look at this. Look at this, folks. What a surprise. Now that's pure luck at its finest, to be totally honest with you. Let's just call it in real quick. Stations, I've got two lionesses about 100 meters west of Seskan Krip along the Wit Deep track. Wasn't that, I still can't get over how good these lions are in condition. That English made no sense, I apologize folks. I was basically trying to say they just always look in perfect condition. Like, I know they don't have competition, but you would think after fighting over countless meals, even as a pride of 5, they would have a bit more scarring, a bit more battle wounds, if you will. So it really still amazes me that, you know, they're in such pristine condition. It really fascinates me. Like, I mean, if you look at our two boys, the one boy now has a giant scar on his face. I don't know if it was from battling it out with his butt, with his brother, or if he fell and hit a stick, who knows. But definitely something had a swipe at him. Could have been one of the females as well. Definitely a possibility. However,
Andrew, can I respond there, please? I'm just behind you.
hey Finn, make your way. We've got Chris coming to join us in this wonderful sighting.
Elephant bull tracks went off to the west and he lost him in the bush between Seskan, or Rietspruit West and Seskan.
Sorry folks, just having a listen. How's it, Chris? So I wonder where the other 3 lionesses are. Because the pride is actually all separate. I wonder what's going on with the dynamics lately. We've got the 2 males back near Hayes. We've got 2 females here. Where are the other 3? 'Tis the question, isn't it, folks? Tis the question indeed. But to be totally honest, it's not like we haven't seen strange dynamics before from these lions. Often split up, and then I think the first time I ever saw them split up was after Nyaletti's recontraception. But yeah, weird and wonderful. I wonder where the other 3 are.
There was one more seen yesterday heading down the western fence onto Leadwood.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
So the
These are the 2 I saw last night, I think.
yeah, the males are there at Beerstup, Leipatam, but I left them. They were flat.
Yeah.
But yeah, I just came up and one of them just lifted their head and got a bit of a surprise. Being bothered by some flies. Oh, I'm gonna just sleep here now. The life of a lion is very difficult, very intense. Let's just post the location on the group for everybody else. Location. Well, that's quite impressive. We've called in A, the 2 male lions, B, 2 female lions, and who knows what's next to come. It's a very exciting afternoon. I hope picture's not frozen again. Oh, bless you. Bless you. Oh, nice big yawn. So who knows, if she continues to yawn, maybe she's going to get up and start searching for her sisters. I've missed a lot.
Chris, leaving the lock of the 2 lionesses just west of...
Carol, thank you. Thank you. Unless there's photographic evidence of Andrew seeing a leopard while the gremlins were attacking us, then it wouldn't have counted. Can you imagine? Oh, there's another big yawn. Let's see. Anyone want to play? Well, sorry you guys had to wait. I do really apologize about the breakup. Could be a lot of things. Is it bigger than a bread box? Clue 1, I'm thinking of an animal that is not usually seen on the reserve. Is it a sable, Ariana? Oh, bless you. They are beautiful indeed, Becky. Mary, I agree with you. It does look like the 2 younger girls. I think, oh, here we go, getting up. Or is she just repositioning? Yeah, there it is, just repositioning. Lazy, lazy cats lions are, folks. Unless you catch them in peak cool hours of the day like sunrise and sunset. You hear that panting? So these lionesses are also struggling a bit with the heat, but because they don't really have sweat glands, they have sweat glands, but they're located in their paws. So they do struggle to regulate body temperature, which is why you'll hear them panting so much in the summer, especially when it's super, super hot. I'm surprised they're not being attacked by pugnacious ants in this Sodic area. Normally when you go walking in this area, you get attacked. They bite your ankles, which isn't lovely, to be totally honest with you. Yeah, no, Carol, it definitely looks like they've eaten something. I wonder what. If they made a kill alone, maybe that's why they look a bit extra full. But they definitely look full. That's for sure. I'm also just keeping a bit quiet, folks, just in case there's any alarm calling along the deep sloot here. There was also signs and reports of the elephant going west off Seskant Noord, which is close to where we're situated. Now you can see the lioness at the front is panting quite a bit. Look at that belly going up and down. How's it, Brian? Thanks for joining. Hope you're doing fantastically. We've started off with a bang. First the gremlins attacked us, and then we bumped into 2 lionesses. Who would have guessed? What's there? Basil, what's behind us?
I'm responding to the lionesses in about 3 or 4 minutes.
Copy that. So, Kevin, Brent's dad, is currently on the way to come join us here. But I wonder what she... I'm just going to reposition for Basil. Make his life a bit easier. There's no trees or plants behind me, eh?
Confirm the log of female line. When I come from west, east to
How's that, Butch?
should I take right or
Is that better? You see, now...
I didn't hear about the male lions, I only heard about female lions.
Let's just...
Guys, you must really start listening to the male lions are at the junction of Beerstep and Labour Jump. Very, very simple. There's nothing complicated about it at all.
Oh,
Okay, thank you.
respect. But how awesome is this? I really do. I'm still a bit perplexed as to the whole social structure that's going on with the Pride here lately. Good morning, Elsa. Very, very pretty girls.
Yeah.
Nice big yawn. Are there any tracks of lionesses on Leadwood this morning?
Last night have been going into Leadwood off at a dam.
Okay.
Well, these look pretty full.
Yeah, they look like they've had a feast. Panting away. Did you guys see him though? No.
No, just
Yes, the tracks look quite fresh. I don't know who last drove on Seskan North, but he's on top of it.
So he's around.
I don't know if anybody's been there this afternoon or not, but
Not that I know of. It's the first time I've been out in a while.
towards Seskan.
apparently there's another one on Leadwood.
One of the other bulls.
Yeah, near Big Creek Crossing.
Oh, awesome.
Look at you, you're so lazy.
They are very, very fat.
Lazy.
Ariana, I'm interested to know what the animal you were talking about is, or the animal you were thinking of. Barbara, I agree with you 100%. Sometimes makes my day, honestly.
Station, single elephant, I think it's a young bull, just south of Lemondoran Crypt.
Okay, copied in the river or right near the crypt.
He's right near the crypt, Kevin.
Okay, I'm responding. I'll be there in 5.
He's not going to go anywhere, so we'll go here before he disappears in the bush.
They've just called in an elephant bull, everyone. Isn't she just gorgeous though? This one staring right at us. Oh, if only lions were more active, the things we would be able to see. But we are being, well, I don't know about Basil, but I am being attacked by flies.
Same here.
Basil is also being absolutely...
Top of these two male lions, the bull and leopard.
Kevin's going to have a freak on the radio again. They just called the male lions in at Leopardam again. Exciting times ahead. But these lionesses aren't really going to go anywhere for, I don't know how long. They look severely comfortable with life, too comfortable to worry about moving off just yet. So what I think we'll do is sorry girl, didn't mean to make you lift your head. I know it's hard work to do so. What I think we'll do is let's go scratch around real quick for said elephant bull that Kevin had tracks of. And then we'll come back and see if these girls have moved at all. Is everyone happy with that plan? Imagine we crack the big 4 on drive. Can you imagine, Basil? Okay, bye girls. Oh, this radio. But let's go scratch around, see if we can't find that elephant bull. The elephant pudding, like Victoria mentioned yesterday, is drying out quite a bit. Yeah, all of it. It is a creeper, but all the trees it's creeping on make the trees look very sad because the succulent itself is just droopy and it looks very shriveled and dry. But I'm sure that if an elephant really wanted to, he'll still be nibbling away. And there's tracks of the elephant bull going this way. Now, they are being called in all over because Kevin said there was an elephant on Leadwood. Chris has just called an elephant at Lemon-Durham, and it seems this bull has gone off the road somewhere just further up ahead along Seskant Noord, which is the road we're currently on. Tracks still go along here. Let's go have a scratch around. We'll also scratch through the block to the east of us here, the Seskudu block. Seskudu Noord. Lovely block this is actually. This is where I've seen the black rhino quite frequently as well. So it's always an exciting adventure around this part of the reserve. Now, there are some of the migratory birds have come back, folks. I saw European bee-eaters this morning on my stoep, which was pretty awesome. Glad they back. I really hope this year we can maybe, if we get really, really lucky, spot a carmine bee-eater. I'm always on the lookout for Michael's little bee-eater. And of course the yellow-billed kites are back as well. Sorry Basil, there's a bit of a bump there. Now, let's just have a look at the lay of the land in this area. It's a very rocky, bumpy area, that's for sure. Elsa, I'm gonna try. I'm gonna do my level best. Can't tell you how excited I am to go through that trap camera footage later. So I think what we'll do is once we're quite thick, deep in this block, we'll switch off for a second or two and just listen. See if we can't hear any branches snapping, any twigs breaking or being munched on. Look at that. Oh, gone. There was a common scimitar bull perched as a beautiful silhouette against the sun, but he has just flown off. But for those of you who don't know what a common scimitar bull looks like, I shall show you. Oh wow, I've never been here. I didn't know there was a pan here. Basil, did you? Well, this is a good place to come look for the black rhino when the rains hit. Quite far off the beaten track and also quite secluded from the main roads. Definitely a place I'll be checking regularly when the rains come. I mean, you can see it's a rubbing post right here. I'm sure they're going to start using that knocked over tree as well. Awesome signs of rhino here. Old tracks stuck in the mud. But for those of you who don't know what a common scimitar bull looks like, common scimitar bull, spelt very strangely, but have a look at the colors on this bird, everybody. Let me just do this for you, Basil. Make your life easier. Look at that. Almost looks pretty identical to a wood hoopoo, the African green wood hoopoo, but it doesn't have that red beak. And to be honest, I've never heard the call of a common scimitar bull. I would play it, but it's connected to my earpiece, which I'm hearing FC back at Hayes. But no signs of elephants munching. We shall continue. It's always exciting though, you know. Like, this area is super thick, and I don't know if I've mentioned it before, I'm pretty sure I have, but it is amazing for the size of an elephant how quickly and quietly they can sneak up on you. It's actually ridiculous. It's quite terrifying considering how large they are. Oh, speaking of black rhino, there's a semi-fresh midden here. It's been kicked up from earlier this morning, it looks like it, or late yesterday afternoon. Dung's still very dark and got a bit of moisture to it. This would also be a fabulous road to search for leopard in the evening. Ow. The reason I say that, folks, is it basically runs parallel with the deep sloot. So if a leopard's hunting, you know, it'll use the deep sloot as coverage and then surprise attack its prey and sneak around the prey. So they'll use this drainage line as cover. Oh, that's a buffalo thorn. They'll use it as cover to conceal themselves as best as possible to try and get as close to their prey as possible, because leopards rely on stealth, as we know. They're not like a cheetah who can rely on just sheer speed and determination. Well, determination every predator has, that's for sure, but speed not so much. A leopard's fast, but nothing compared to a cheetah. You can't actually even compare the two. And I mean, if you look at the differences, a leopard is stocky and built for, it's got a lot of muscle, it's built for lifting things and hoisting things in trees, whereas a cheetah is, I don't want to say lanky, but lanky, if you will. Very slender body, skinny body, skinny legs, but long legs.
Mobile on Redwood, standing by.
The tail's like a rudder, so they are actually built for speed.
On Blowbank, apparently one of the elephant bulls near your house. Two liners with Angel on lock this week of system 500. Elephant bull just at the junction of
Just be careful, Basil. Look at the thorns on this, folks. What is this? It's a juvenile knob thorn. Don't want to get yourself caught in this. That. Well, it just caught one of our antennas, to be totally honest with you. So I didn't do a great job there.
Lead in the lock of the elephant bull just south of Lemon Door and Crest, careful on hold.
All right. Now that we've avoided the treacherous knob thorn, we can
lines with one station on lock.
carry on. Sorry, Basil. Oh, it's so tight in here. We need to come bush clear here, folks. We need to come clear the roads. There's a lot of overhanging branches and foliage that really hurt when you drive past them. Oh, stay. Nothing is sticking around for me today. Just seen a little steenbok. Let me pull forward a tiny bit and see if Basil can get him. I don't know, that's going to be super tough. Yeah, it's gone. Nothing's working with Andrew today. Especially the radio. The radio is definitely not my friend this morning. Would you look at that? Back out on Rietspruit West. So I wonder where that elephant bull's gone. Maybe he's gone into the deep sloot itself. Now, while we're here, might as well, no, they're still sleeping, still very, very lazy lines. So let's just go past. Now look at that, but I mean with the mountain in the back. That is a view and a half. That is quite actually stunning. You know, it's moments like this where I really am grateful that I get to work on such a reserve that, you know, has so much beauty, but at the same time has just an abundance of wildlife with amazing backdrops. And those mountains really do make for such an aesthetic backdrop for your photos. A lot of people think you have to have, you know, an eye for photography. That's one of the components, but a lot of people don't realize is, you know, there are some basics which can really enhance and improve your photography as well. The rule of thirds for composition is definitely one of those. What else? There's the shutter, aperture, and ISO triangle. So that also, if you can master that, definitely aids your photography and will help you get even more crisp images. I do apologize, folks. I wish I could turn the radio down or up, but unfortunately it's been giving us a bit of grief lately. Oh, they are. Oh, I'm gonna sit on my sister.
And there are two lines near Life with Jam.
The snow and
Thank you.
Oh, I can hear myself speaking on the YouTube.
Possibly another one down in the deep strip. He's now heading towards the reservoir.
All right, I'm going to leave these lionesses, folks. We're going to go join Kevin at the reservoir. Goodbye, lovely ladies. We love you very much. Such gorgeous cats, honestly. Andrew leaving the lock of these 2 lionesses, leaving it an open lock, stationary 100 meters west of Seskankrip. All right. So that elephant bull is apparently headed towards the Lemon-During Reservoir. So it's not too far from here. But
I've got a Incumbie Callan's Cross on the northern side of the runway in London.
didn't hear that update. But it is no worries. We have an agenda ready. We're going to see one of the bull elephants. I'm not sure which bull elephant it is. I'm sure you're all well aware that our big boy has returned back onto the Rietspruit. So somehow we scored an extra elephant. I don't know how we did that. I don't know who pulled it off, how it happened. I didn't even see damage of where the elephant had come back in. It's ridiculous. So, you know, when magic happens, it happens. Is that the land shark? That's the steinbach. A lovely land shark. It's a cool car, hey? Just, yeah. How's it, guys? Those lionesses are just, if you turn left at Seskankrip, go not even 100 meters, you'll see them on your right.
Thank you. You're going for the airlift now.
Yeah. Sweet. Cheers, guys. Have a good one. Sorry about that, folks. Just saying hello to pretty much the blowbunk owner. Always got to stay friendly in that regard with him, because occasionally he does, especially when there's sightings at Boskamp. He's let me in once or twice. He let Gareth in when we saw the cheetah kill. So he really is an awesome man, and I just like to keep up good rapport with not only him, with everyone on the reserve. Just show mutual respect and hopes that, you know, good things come around. So if you're kind to people, they'll be kind to you. If you're kind to the guides, like I am to Sammy and Lovers, Sammy and Lovers will help me out as well, which they have in the past. Lovers found me a leopard the other day. I do not take credit for finding said leopard. However, I do take credit for getting it on camera. Basil's amazing camera work, and me being in the right place at the right time, all the stars aligned, and we just managed to get it right for the first time in ages. So I was very chuffed at that sighting the other day. Alrighty, it's a stunning afternoon, folks. I cannot fathom to you how the temperatures drop. There's a bit of a breeze. It's so pleasant to be out and about on a game drive right now. I'd much rather be out here with all you beautiful people than stuck behind the computer. Yeah, always gorgeous views, great company, elephants, lions, leopard, rhino, you never know. Oh, it shot off, and I even turned my engine off. There's a little Dacre that was frozen for a second, but I'm sure we will come across another Dacre. There are plenty. This reserve is plentiful Dacre. Now, the elephants have been pretty MIA lately. I haven't seen the herd, I think, when's the last time I saw the herd? It was on Drive with Gareth, I think, if I'm not mistaken. When he got introduced to the herd, they all came up and said, "Hello, Gareth, nice to meet you. Glad to see you're a part of Painted Dog TV. We'll be kind to you for now." And they came and said hello and walked off swiftly. It was beautiful. Absolutely amazing. And what was incredible is, just like with my previous sighting, Gareth had parked off quite a bit away from the elephants, and they all ended up still coming straight towards the vehicle. As long as they're not touching the vehicle, it's okay. You still don't want them to get too close, because then they get used to it. They'll go do it to homeowners who don't understand elephant behavior. Andrew approaching the elephant lock at the reservoir. Don't know if it went through.
No visual south of reservoir at the moment. I can hear the audio, but no visual.
Copy, thanks. So apparently we've just missed it, folks. But it's okay. Don't stress, no worries. Andrew's up for the challenge. Mate. Huh? Did you say something? Oh, it's the radio. Alright, just the camera this way. I'm just gonna go next to them and speak to the guard. Orilla! How are you, sir? Where'd he go? Oh, where?
I didn't see him.
How's that? Fish.
Just heard them.
Did you copy the update of the Ngala?
That's my first.
Yeah.
From that my daughter.
Yeah, no, I found them now when I started and I left them. I'm not gonna sit there. Are you gonna go in?
No, you can go in. I will stop somewhere and when I pick up.
Pooza. I'm very jealous I can't join you. Cheers, guys. Have a great drive. All right, sorry about that, folks. Just catching up with one of the guides, Orella, who says the elephant has gone this way. So we're gonna give it a bash. So yes, at the moment I'm going the wrong way, but what this road does that I don't think he knows about is it loops around. So it gets to a T-junction and it can go either way.
Station number 4.
Thought I saw some leopard tracks, but you're gonna all laugh at me. It was tire tread. Gosh darn it, Andrew, do better. But, you know, started off with lionesses. Epic way to start a drive. Now we are searching for the elephants, or a singular individual elephant, who at the moment we don't know where he is, but we're going to try our best. Hi Janine, thanks for joining. Good to have you with us. Just to catch you up. Where?
Your 1 o'clock.
I see a tree at 1 o'clock.
Yeah, just on the left of the tree, there's a movement. You see that?
Nope.
Go back a little more, and then look there, the position that I gave you.
Oh, there. Yo. Okay. Well, Basil's just cracked an unbelievable spot, folks. Absolutely incredible spotting, Basil. Well done. That's incredible. Mary, indeed he is. Indeed he is. Betty, there should be sound. There should be. We're gonna go in here. It is quite thick, so we might not have the best view, folks. But you know what will be crazy is if we're watching this rhino and then boom, the elephant just decides I'm gonna make an appearance. It's a white rhino bull. Oh, there's two. I thought I saw a third one as well. There's a big piece of leadwood in the way here, which I don't want to drive over. You got them there, Basil? Just move this. Out of the way. I'll hop back in. Let's see if we can't get Basil a bit of a better position. I'm not going to go too much closer because I don't want to disturb or scare them off either. And we are now in the thick of it, literally. In the thick of it. Oh, sorry. I'm going to stop here, folks. This is as close as we're going to get. Isn't that just awesome? Epic spot, Basil. Well done, sir. I'll give Basil full credits for this sighting. I don't really know how to call this sighting in there. It's in the middle of a block. Well, Basil, we've cracked rhino and lion.
Yeah, two. We need the
Now we just need the elephant bull to walk past.
and then a leopard.
Yeah, that one's going to be tricky. Basil and I are just discussing the animals we still need to tick off the list. I also have no idea how I'm going to get out of here. I've kind of surrounded ourselves in sickle bush and flaky barkthorn. I didn't think that one through. Andrew was thinking more about getting rhinos on the camera. It is very toasty out here today, folks. Oh, they're gonna come say hi. They might just. I'll tell you what I'm gonna do, folks. I'm gonna just keep quiet for a minute, just in case they do come past. Don't want to spook them, but look at this. This is incredible. Oh my gosh. This is wonderful. Action packed this drive this afternoon. Couldn't have asked for anything better. Basil, again, great spot, bro. Indeed, Janine, our big boy came back, but he left his collar that side. From the looks of it, it looks to be two females. No?
It's one
It looks like a young male and a young female.
It's either offsprings of number 60 or no hope.
It's most likely No Hope's offspring. I mean, you couldn't have come and met us on the road, guys. Now we're trapped. Hope we don't have a flat tire either. Now what I don't want to do is, with them so close, start the vehicle and move off. I'd prefer to just let them move off on their own. You can see them grazing away. So unlike the black rhino, who's a browser and absolutely adores sickle bush, the white rhino is a grazer. You can see that square lip just helps them act like a little, bless you, lawnmower. And it's so cool watching their lips when they feed.
Station with the female lions will be responding ETA 5 minutes.
I think they're going to come right up and say hello. So this one in front of us is a young bull. Still got a lot of growing to do. Not ready to take on the big bulls for territory anywhere near just yet. But one day, who knows, maybe he'll be the most dominant bull on the reserve. What a sighting though, and it's just us. Janine, no one knows where on BCC the collar is. It was in a drainage line where there was no signal. So I think unfortunately that collar is gone. I don't think we can get it back. And agreed, Becky, that's why I haven't started the car yet. I do not want to scare them. You can see, like, even if I raise my voice a tiny bit, they lift their heads and look around. For such big animals, they're pretty alert and cautious the whole time. I know they don't have the greatest of eyesight, but if something's moving, they still can see it. Hello. They really do remind me of dinosaurs. It's a Rhinoceros Rex. But boy, these flies are just a nuisance. Don't hear any signs of the elephant though.
Lioness is now mobile towards Rietspruit.
Oh, there you go. Typical. As I have left the lionesses, they are now on the move into the Rietspruit. Oh? The male lions are vocalizing though.
Isn't that ironic?
Yeah, it's very ironic. Alright, folks. gonna move this sickle bush completely out of the way. Sorry girl. I just don't want a flat tire. I'm sure you can understand that. And we are on a hill. So what I'm going to try to do, freewheel back and see if we can just get a bit of distance. Oh, they're moving off anyway. Perfect. Yeah, we're not going anywhere. Let's just try to do this as quietly as possible.
Receiving lock of lionesses. Bruce following up.
And there they go, moving off slowly but swiftly. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually just going to go forward here. And we're going to do a U-turn here. We're not going to go further up and disturb them. Oh, Basil, just careful. There's a thorn tree there. Look at that. Fantabulous. Back to the road we go. Yeah, good call, Basil. Don't want to jab you. What was quite unique is this is definitely a game trail that we're on now, used by rhino. You can tell it's used by bigger game because it's a lot wider. If it were just small antelope and duiker using it, it would be a lot smaller. So you can see where the bigger, larger mammals have used these game trails. There we go. Sweet road, sweet road. And now we can go back into normal drive. And let's go see if we can't locate that elephant. So because we spent a bit of time with the rhinos, I think that Ellie would have moved quite a bit already. There are the rhinos. Probably should have just come in here. It's a lot more open. Typical. You only realize there was an even easier entrance once you've gone crazy off-roading already. It's like Murphy's Law. Could have been so simple. How are those tires on that side, but are they looking fine? It's the best news ever. Especially after off-roading. Why do you look so skeptical? You look very skeptical, Basil. Ah. Giraffe tracks. Quite a tight little road this is. Alrighty folks, back onto the task at hand. Locating the elephants. Now, the trouble is, an elephant can move quite swiftly through this thick stuff without feeling a thing, whereas we have to be a bit more nimble and also watch where we put our tires. Whereas an elephant can just go straight through. sometimes very envious of the elephants, especially if you like watching a hunt or something and they go straight into the block and you have to cut all the way around. Imagine you could just... Have I found us a friend? Oh, look at that. I thought this was a piece of wire just because of that like spiral thing, but look how amazingly that...
To relocate the 2 lionesses on 50 track.
50 track, that's where they originally were though. Checks that. Isn't that amazing? Nature has its ways. Look at that spiral from this little vine. Absolutely incredible. Now that's what actually made me think it was wire. Thought it was a bit of barbed wire, because you know barbed wire has the 2 spikes, but then it's got the spring wrapped around it. So that's what made me think it was wire. And there's lots of old wire around this reserve from back in the day when it used to be a cattle farm. All the old fence posts and cut lines were all fenced. Alrighty, we're just going to switch off here for a brief second, folks. See if we can hear anything. Dead quiet. Dead quiet. Right, well, what we're going to be doing anyway is going this way around the block, so hopefully if he has already cut through it, we'll pick up on his tracks again, or we might meet him as he exits the block. That would be ideal. That would be ideal. But as we know, wildlife don't read books. They do what they want, and we have to comply with it, which is always never a problem. Just being able to follow these animals doing their daily routines is just such a great thing. And Basil is going on leave soon, folks, so you won't be seeing me for a while. I will be on camera mainly, and you'll be seeing a lot of Gareth and Victoria, maybe even Brent. Keeping a close eye on the floor for tracks. I thought I saw, just if you've ever seen an elephant track, you'll know it has a bunch of cracks in it. I saw just cracks. I didn't see a circular shape, but I did see cracks. But that could be anything. That could even be just grass that's brushed the floor in a weird way.
One's still lying on Rietspruit, and the other one's gone south towards Hoofpad.
South towards Hoofpad. Copy that. Well, now that they're on the move, we might as well...
Confirm the launch that was close to Seascott's Group. We're down for that.
Still no sign of said elephant. rhino drag marks and some fresh rhino
The last
tracks.
location was 50
Long time no see. Are they? Thank you. Alrighty, let's go see these male lions, folks. What a beautiful, beautiful evening. I cannot fathom it enough. Now, one really amazing thing that happened this weekend was on Victoria's Drive yesterday, we managed to get a great glimpse of a civet. First one I've seen in a while, so really awesome to see them again. I've seen quite a few genets every now and then, but civets not as frequently. Let's get going. If they're on the move, they'll be moving. It's not that he's naughty, Janine. It's more like it could have been latched on a branch and he just pulled it, and you know how strong an elephant is, or it got caught, or over time friction has caused it to fray. Okay, so here are their tracks. Given said they headed south. Oh, there you go. There's roaring. Here we go, listen to that, folks. With the mountains. Isn't that just insane? We caught a glimpse of this sneaky male vocalizing. Gareth and Victoria are going to hate me. Oh, wasn't that a special treat? Oh, here we go. On the move even now, folks. This is what we came for. This is why I left them to begin with. I wonder where his brother is. His brother's probably cut through the block. Isn't this just fantastic though? Lions on the move. Now, he also looks like he's got quite the full belly. So I wonder if those two lionesses and these two males were together last night and somewhat separated in the early hours of this morning. Hi, Canadian. I hope you are doing absolutely fantastically. As you can see, we are currently following a male lion who is about to scent mark probably. There we go. Just hold back. I don't feel like being sprayed on. He did indeed, Christine. He did indeed. Now, question is, where's his brother? Next thing, he's gonna come sneak up behind me again and try and kiss me again, like that one male did the other day on Drive, where I got the fright of my life, but I gave the lion the fright of his life. Don't know if any of you recall that drive, but that drive lives in my head rent-free for the remainder of my lifetime. I think that's the closest I've been face-to-face with a male lion. And I was in a car, but I didn't feel safe, especially when he was that close. Do you remember that? Yeah. Incredible. Oh, where's your brother? Because I don't see a second set of tracks. There's no cat tracks on the left there, are there? No. It's going to scent mark again. Oh, no, chose not to. That guarri bush over here is just a bit too small for his liking, probably. Not enough foliage to absorb all the urine. You can see it's quite a small guarri bush. Quite small. Peep klein, as the Afrikaans would say. Peep klein, pretty much directly translated means very, very small. His brother's tracks are here now. So maybe he just took a fat head start. Oh, those mountains, male lion, just absolutely amazing. You should hope, well, Mary, you know, I'm sure, if I recall correctly, you witnessed the whole thing, so yeah, it's the closest I've been to a male lion in or out of a car, regardless. See, that quarry bush is just a bit taller, so he's probably, and it's got a bit more foliage. Although this time he didn't even spray on the quarry bush, making me look bad, Mr. Lion. Kinky tail. We need to have a chat. Work with me, not against me. Canadian, nothing major. I was pretty much following the pride, and one of the male lions walked past, and I was still pretty fixated on the pride because the pride was moving and looked like they were hunting. So I was super focused on the pride and completely forgot that there were two male lions. So the second one came up from behind me, and I just saw black movement in my peripheral, obviously it being his mane. But as I turned my head for just a brief second, bring it back to me. As I turned my head, the male lion was here. So where my hand is there. The male lion was here, and I looked at it like this, and we nearly kissed. It was a very romantic but very frightening experience, if I do say so myself. I mean, he should stick to other lions, to be totally honest. I mustn't try to get that close again. But it just caught me by surprise, so I got a very big fright. But I was completely fine. The lions were completely fine. I think we gave each other the biggest frights of our lives. But all in all, we all had a good laugh and went on our very separate ways. Isn't this extraordinary though? See how every couple of meters he's scent marking. If there were other lions in here, he's basically just letting them know that this is my place. I own this area. This is my territory. Don't come in or face the consequences, essentially. Let's just have a look at the map quick. It got a loud oh. Yeah, Mary swore, but I didn't. I went, oh, fudge balls. I came close, I won't lie. I came very, very close, but I bit my tongue. Literally bit my tongue. I don't know, as I was about to let it go, I just realized, oh, you're live, you can't do that. And then said fudge balls instead. I mean, if you think about it, like, anyone would have that reaction. It's not just me being dramatic this time. I feel like anyone would have had that reaction. My water has finally melted, Basil. I accidentally left this in the fridge since this morning, the freezer. So it was basically just an ice block when we started drive. So I think coming up, I don't know who he's calling.
Okay.
Yeah, you can cut side, manage to locate the track, so the heading south, you can come up, drive up, and then we're going to check it from this side. Copy.
Stations, this single male line is still south along Beerster Pad, headed towards Hoofpad. I'm not sure where the second is. But this is the perfect time to be following lions.
Around our Poole, yeah, just close to the junction with control.
Now we don't want to get too close. So I'm just gonna pull over for a bit, especially while I'm just looking at the maps and the chats. Canadian says, oh my word indeed. it was an experience for me, Canadian, to say the least. It was an experience for me. Now, one thing I'm yet to see up close and in person is lions using their carnassial shears. Carnassial, I can never pronounce it. The carnassial shears, they're basically highly adapted molars to basically tear flesh from the carcass. What have you seen? I think if he's going to go and scent mark, we're going to use this opportunity. No, he's not going to. He's going to stick to the road. I'm sure his brother's somewhere here. Unless he's behind us, which he's not. Oh. On hoofpad. He's probably going to cut the block now. Oh. Do you hear that from the car? It's weird. How was that, folks? Second time. Oh, that is just nostalgic, to be totally honest with you. I actually can't think of anything that gives me more goosebumps than a lion vocalizing or hearing a leopard rasping outside your tent. That's also pretty amazing. And I was actually offered a room in the house because of Mac leaving. His room was up for grabs, and I decided against it because I get to hear the lions roaring at night, I get to hear leopards rasping, the elephants come right past the tent. Like, why would I trade that, you know? Oh, I'm gonna go flat, he says. All right, big boy. Well, once you've caught your breath and are full, I'm doing a really wide circle so we don't disturb him. Definitely does not look phased with us. Look at that. Look at the scar on the side of his face. That is an intense battle wound. I don't know why our car is making noises like it is. It's quite a scary sound. Something's happening to our car, folks. I can't tell you what, but it's not making very good noises, to be totally honest with you. But while he's posing for us, I think we're... Now have a look at that scar. So that's most likely from his brother or one of the lionesses. Although I really don't like the sound the car's making. I know. All right, whilst he's being pestered by flies, bless you, let's go see if we can't quickly find his brother. Leaving one male lion junction, hoofpad and beestepad stationary. Let's go see if we can't find his brother. It sounded like he was this side of hoofpad. But a bit further up. Just check for tracks, eh? If you see going up. Okay, so he's most likely along the road then, would be my best guess. But assumptions kill as well. So if I do see tracks, you see them still. What is that on the tree up there, Basil? That tree up there, is that a vulture? Oh, it's a saddle-billed stork, it looks like. It is indeed a saddle-billed stork. That's quite amazing. Closest water source is Mama Dam. But he's not even near it. Absolutely beautiful bird. I wonder what he's doing perched up there. Maybe he's just watching the sunset. I think we might not get too much of a pretty sunset this afternoon with all the cloud cover. He's calling for backup in case I try and get fresh with him again. They do indeed, Canadian. They do indeed. And those long legs for walking through the water. And how is that for contrast with the pink sky behind it? Getting rid of any parasites on his legs using his beak. But what I want to do is keep going, see if this male lion hasn't carried on up hoofpad. Goodbye, Mr. Saddle-billed stork. Really nice to start seeing them more frequently. I mean, throughout my first year here at Painted Dog, really didn't see too many of them. Do you see the lion there? All right. It's good news, I suppose. He hasn't done a U-turn on us yet. No more tracks. I doubt he would have got too much further. So I'll tell you what we'll do. We'll hit this ridge, see if he's up on the next ridge. If he's not, we'll go back to his brother, and his brother will more than most likely take us back to the first male. I'm just picking up the speed, because if that male gets up and goes, we might lose him completely. So I'm just trying to see if we can beat both odds. I'm sure the cheetah brothers are long on Kaya, considering the lions have been in the area lately. Wild dogs, I think, are still on Leadwood as well. They're doing really well. Not seeing any tracks or signs of him coming this far up, folks. is dark though, but I'm not seeing signs. You don't see any, eh? Right, let's do this. Look how dark that sky is. It's really not inviting. I think we might get some rain tonight. It's not looking very friendly, is it? That's okay, as long as it doesn't rain while we're on drive. Because like I've mentioned before, if it's windy, it's fine. If it's super hot, it's fine. If it's drizzling, well, it's not fine, because the camera can't work then. But wind and rain is a big no-no for me. I don't like the wind and rain, because then you're getting cold, you're getting wind chill, you're getting wet as well. It's just not the dream. Not the dream at all. It is still such a pretty evening. Look at that sky, look at the purple behind me there, just to the right there. Absolutely phenomenal. You know, that's one thing Africa never ceases to stop giving. These beautiful, beautiful sunsets. Now with dust and pollution in the air, especially closer to cities, you can have these often pink, hazy sunsets. And that's just due to the high amounts of dust and pollution in the air that it gives off that pinkish haze. But us here, we're very lucky. We're not really near any pollution, well, there's a lot of dust, but one thing that will also aid a sunset is if there's one of those wild uh-oh, uh-oh, where did you go? Damn. Went that way, but then where did you go? Now it is getting quite dark, so what I'm going to do to assist me is let there be light. And this just basically helps us see the tracks a bit better now that the sun has gone down. That was my stomach. That wasn't a lie. Sorry. Sorry about that, folks, if you got excited. These tracks just kind of disappear. So unusual. He's just gone completely MIA. 1 minute he's there, 1 minute he's not. And as you can see here, oh, there's a track that way. Well, my next best bet would be Mamba Dam, and if not Mamba Dam, behind Mamba Dam, in that Sodic area, or last shot, the fence line. But it is that time where we can use our torch. Now this area is also often good for, well, potential leopard, but the other day... Sorry, last station, go again. My radio was down.
With the main right now, can I please approach?
Guys, you must listen up. Left it unattended and I made a very clear announcement a long time ago. So if you go to system, you might get listen.
Sorry, Basil. Oh, it's a little nightjar curled up in the bush there. Victoria, Gareth, there isn't a male lion at camp, is there? I'll take. Good spot, Basil. Yes, it's nice having a helping tracker with me. You're getting good with your tracks as well. I'm very impressed with how far you've come. In terms of liking birds, looking for tracks, learning trees.
Falling in love with the wildlife.
Well, nah, I don't think it was a hyena. Oh. Back up hoofpad though. Doesn't make sense. Whoops. You good there, Basil? You're still on board. Awesome stuff. So like I was saying, Victoria, no, it was me and Basil who saw the greater spotted bush baby, thick-tailed bush baby. And it was just in this little ravine right here, this little drainage line. We've also seen the lesser bush baby here before, also known as the greater and lesser galagos. Really, really cool, interesting little animals. See, that makes no sense. Tracks went this way, but they're calling from up here. They must both be in the block here. Wait. I think they're somewhere in this block. Cheeky male lions, folks. Well, I suppose sometimes when you go with your gut, it's not going to work out 100% of the time. I really thought we would have bumped into his brother, slowly but surely walking up Hoofpad. I haven't heard or seen anything. No tracks. No signs. Just need them to vocalize again. I mean, the fact that they vocalized for us on camera is pretty awesome. I mean, we did get spoiled at that sighting. Mountains in the back. I mean, to be fair, we couldn't ask for much more. Sometimes, you know, the gut just doesn't work. I mean, it was worth a gamble, worth a shot. Now what I do want to do is we'll keep going up Hoofpad until we hit Snay Lane, and then what we'll do is we'll loop this block to the east of us and see if we don't come right. It's a little bat following us. Probably because the lights on the car will attract the insects, and the insects attract the bats. Nice soft substrate again. Come on boys, give me a last roll. Fresh hyena tracks here as well. Maybe they caught wind of a hyena and decided to go show it who's boss. But still no lion tracks. Nothing. So they're either on the fence line or they've cut down towards the Leipart Dam. My bet, my guts is telling me it's Leipart Dam, but let's just check the fence line and tick it off the list, and then we can head down Leipart Dam west. Light doesn't feel as bright as it normally does. Oh, sorry, impalas. Run, there's male lions around. Here's lion tracks as well. Look like lioness tracks though. Look like early hours of this morning. Someone has driven over them. So definitely not from like any time recently. Now, perk of driving on the fence line, we could bump into brown hyena, spotted hyena, leopard, even some of your smaller cats possibly. Sorry. There's a boo. Is it a nightjar? There's a bush baby. Except I'm stuck in the sand. Do you see the eyes there, Basil? I need to just go back. I've lost him. Do you see them there in the back? Every now and then there should be a little... yeah, through that little... zoom out a bit quick. See that back tree?
Yeah.
See, there's where those two branches intertwine.
Yeah. Right there.
Yeah, somewhere there. But I don't see eyes anymore. I think he's gone. Damn, that would have been cool. Whilst searching for lion, bump into a bush baby. It's pretty epic. Let's just get out of four-wheel drive. This is amazing. This is the first drive I've taken where I haven't needed a jacket in the evening. I might need to start wearing shorts as well.
Save me, I'm surprised that I needed it.
It's quite pleasant, I won't lie. I see a vehicle. I found the lions, but I want to know who this vehicle is that... Single male line, junction fence line, southern fence line in Madrid butt. Have you guys seen the second one?
Yeah, he's coming up. He's coming down with the bus, so he should be here in a second.
Sweet.
You want to go in front of us?
No, shame, it's all good. It's all good, we've been following them. They just gave us the slip. Let's wait it out and see if he gives us one more roar. Oh, Mary, I only saw the one set. Maybe I missed the second, but I didn't see two sets of eyes. But we did drive past Impala as well. I just didn't mention it because we can't really shine on them at night. Thinking about it whilst grooming himself. And apparently his brother's coming down the road, so should be here soon as well. Are they going to give us one last roll? Shot, man. Take care. All right. Wow. Looks like we've got it to ourselves. So we'll go pull off here. Hope. Do that. Now, I haven't seen or heard his brother, and that station did not call them in. Lots of dust in the sky tonight. Having some coprophagy for dinner. It's quite tasty.
Andre off Lowbank back onto Kaya.
Becky, you are so welcome. Barbara, Mary, anytime. This is my favorite place to be, is out here in the bush with all of you. Oh, the wind is picking up.
Receiving a lock of a single male line on the southern fence line of Blover. One station on lock.
Someone in FC. Hello, come in.
Well, I mean, what a fabulous way to end a drive.
Sorry,
That was me. Sorry, Basil. I signed out. TeamSpeak is kicking me off. But yeah, folks, what a great way to end a drive. So we're gonna end off here. But thank you so very much for joining us all. We are very grateful for your support. And yeah, TeamSpeak's not working, but yeah, it's fine. Thank you for always supporting us, and it's been an absolute pleasure and privilege to be out with you all. But like I mentioned, I'm going to be MIA for a couple of weeks. I will be on camera mostly, and then hopefully we'll be back in front of the camera fairly soon. But for now, we got to backtrack and loop all the way back around Hoofpad. So with that, I'm going to love you and leave you. Take care, folks. Have a great week.
Mm.